Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. This is episode 287. We are here in the little ice lake crater of episode 287-ness. I don't know. And, whoop, securing the hidey hole, grabbing Wolfie, getting rid of some evidence, and heading west to the Farlands, as we do on this day, Monday, August 26th, 2013. Probably a little bit later of an episode release than I would like, but I have an excuse. The dog ate my homework. Dang dog. But yeah, going along here, and as always, in episode 287, we are still raising money for Child's Play charity over at farlandsorbust.com. Bling! Ooh, bling! I mean, farlandsorbust.com. There is a official Child's Play charity donation widget that you can give directly to Child's Play charity. We are at $42,894.50. That's great. Great news. At the last episode, I think we were 42,500. So, woo, that's lava. Oh, that's lava. All right. That's weird. That's kind of one of the first times I've noticed. Have a seat, Wolfie. Oh, wow, look, it's all... Wow, cool. Now it's safe. I don't know that I've ever seen this before. A first. A Farlands or Bust first. A surface lava pool that is right at the top layer in an icy ocean biome, a glacier biome. I'm not sure what these specifically were called around beta 1.8 or 1.7.3, excuse me. And now it's like freezing over. Of course these aren't going to freeze over because they're flowing water. Only source blocks of water freeze over, but it like auto-generated some obsidian. Neat. Huh. Naturalized obsidian. Doesn't really happen on the surface too much. Cool. Anyway, that was very interesting. Geology before our very eyes, everybody. Science! Woof! But yeah, we're still raising money. $42,894.50 is where we're at. I appreciate all the continued donations and whatnot. Our goal this season is $100,000, so we're getting up there. We just passed over 100 episodes this season, so hopefully before we reach 200 episodes this season, we can get that goal met, because YouTube playlists do not allow more than 200 videos per playlist. So please, let's try to aim for that, maybe. So that's awesome. I do appreciate it. farlandsorbust.com, childsplaycharity.org. is where you learn about Child's Play charity, and they, of course, will be at PAX Prime this weekend, August 30th, 31st, and September 1st and 2nd in Seattle, as will I. I will also be attending such a thing. So that is coming up right at the end of this week. Whew, no pressure. But yeah, that's cool. I mean, I've mentioned it many times before that I'm going to PAX. I know tickets sold out pretty quick, and I do hope that you know, there are some of you I'm hoping will be there. Pause and Good will also be there, along with other YouTubers, Mindcracker. Well, no, we're the only Mindcrackers, I think, but YouTubers, Let's Players, Minecraft Terriers. We got, I believe, Justra. Yeah, don't quote me on that. Last I heard he got tickets, but I don't remember hearing much from him since then. Justra, Seth Bling, we've got Brian, Lorgon111. The first time we'll be meeting him, so that's cool. I expect to hang out a bunch with him if he allows it, because he and I share similar personalities, I believe, somewhat, so that'd be cool to hang out with Brian. I think Captain Sparkles is going as well, and I know him and Good and Paws have been hanging out at other conventions. They were hanging out at PAX East when they went, and also more recently VidCon. I haven't formally met Captain Sparkles, so there's that. Just a whole bunch of other things, and like I said, the Penny Arcade people, obviously, but the Child's Play charity people, they have in the schedule a Child's Play charity forum. Forum? Is that what they're called? Panel forum. Panel. And that one is probably the only one of the panels that I'm like, actually, yes, that's one I need to get to. Other ones, I'll maybe follow other people too. I know there's a Rooster Teeth panel. I don't know if Gavin's going. I'll have to ask him. Gavin from Rooster Teeth and Slow-Mo Guys, a longtime fan of Far Lands or Bust, and a serial guest on flobathons and stuff like that. I'll have to check if Gavin is going. It'd be cool also to meet Gavin for the first time. So, cool beans all around. And yeah, it's, it's very interesting. I haven't been to any conventions other than Minecon Paris, and I still can't quite allow myself to say that that was really a standard gaming convention experience for myself. But, so I'm looking forward to PAX. I mean, I've been, it's pretty expensive as far as that goes. I'm, like I said, I got my own tickets. I'm not going on like a media or press pass or anything like that. And I'm not really, to be honest, a lot of people might go on the press pass and try to get a bunch of content or exclusives or interviews and things, and that is what will justify them going, is that, like any business, you try to turn a profit. So if it costs less to go there than what you make back in the content you produce, then profit. But that's not the way I'm looking at it. I was a little bit nervous about that, to be honest. It's, like I said, this is going to be more expensive than this year's Minecon, for me at least. It's very expensive to fly to Seattle. The hotels are very expensive. And it's a downtown big city and stuff like that. I've never been. So to be completely put the beans out there, I've been a little bit back and forth, even since getting my tickets. It's been less of a question ever since I bought my flights, because those are non-refundable, but, I was like, do I really want to, this is like, I could build a really nice second computer to do all of my video editing and rendering, and then I could get more and more videos out, and that's the sort of investment that will make me more funds, more money, obviously, and more content for you guys, blah, 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 blah. But, I've thought this is a good thing. It's Penny Arcade, it's PAX. You know my connections with them through Child's Play charity, and the fact that Penny Arcade is how I first serendipitously learned about Minecraft many moons ago. So just kind of looking for the experience also of the gaming convention. Other conventions I have never been really, E3, nah, that's no thanks. Obviously what's the other Game Developers Expo? GDC. And then there's, VidCon, and there's Comic-Con, stuff like that. So this is like really the only one where I'm like, yes, I could see myself enjoying this. So I'm looking forward to it. Long story short, looking forward to it. And it's actually, Pause said in a chat, we were having a Skype chat, where, there's some people who are worried or might be like, oh, I'm not going to go anymore because this, that, or the other. And Pause was saying, to take away, there's no reason to stress about it. He says he goes to these conventions. He's made his rounds about the conventions. He says he goes because it's a place to not really stress out about work. But rather to just, take a break from work and hang out with the people and friends that you only maybe see at these conventions, himself a little bit more frequently because he goes to more conventions. But, myself, I haven't seen Pause, Good, any of these people since last year, Minecon. So that wise words from Pause Unpause. Definitely a little bit more inspirational, and I'm not sure, like I said, what to expect. I've been getting forwards from Twitter people, and also in chats there are forums on Penny Arcade for like, ooh, first time to PAX Prime, here's what to expect, here's what to bring, wear comfy shoes, drink plenty of water, get in line early, expect to stand in line, talk to people in line, you know, all this like, it's like, you know, whoops, throwing dirt. Like making football plays, or, you know, follow the X, go out to the outside, drop back, give it 20, you know. It's a bunch of like ideals and rules, and always carry around 20 ounces of water, you know, keep hydrated. I'm not going to get too crazy about that, you know. There's a lot about swag and, oh, if you see vendors, buy what you want right away because it'll be gone by the second day, and I'm not really going to spend a bunch of money or even to honestly, well, first of all, let me just go to sleep. I'll tell you what I'm going for and what I'm not going for in the morning. And a Paxness. Indeedness. Yep. So, yeah, I'm not going... And there's nothing wrong with that. There are the diehard convention goers who go because they want to play the first to play the next games that aren't even out yet, and to see the new consoles and stuff. That's not really me. I mean, if I don't need, as you know, just based on the games I play on my channel, I'm not that much at all into the consoles. Oh, there that goes. Or the latest and greatest AAA titles, the Call of Duties, the Call of Duties, the Assassin's Creeds, and things like that. So I'm not, you know, I'm not really going for that. So I don't know that I'll really even waste my personal time with waiting in line for those sorts of things. Or maybe I'll stop by the booths. I'll see what they have to say. But you know, it's not really my cup of tea. I'm not going, you know, people are saying, oh, bring a poster tube because you get a lot of free posters and things to take home. Like, I don't need all this like free stuff. It's advertising is really all it is. I don't need to bring home a bunch of advertising. So those aren't the reasons I'm going, and that was partly one of the reasons I was a little bit, I'm like, should I go? It doesn't seem like I'm really the target audience. But no, for the people, for hanging out. You know, I'll be interested in the indie expo that they have going on in whatever area they have. A bunch of indie games. It'll be cool to kind of scope stuff out, perhaps for the channel in the future. Maybe talk to the devs and be like, would you mind if I played this video game when it released? You know, stuff like that. So maybe I can make some contacts that way, or yeah, I don't know. Just maybe hanging out, meeting fans. You know, like I said, I'm not sure how many fans are going to be able to go or are planning on going, but hang out with fans. I'm gonna figure stuff out with Good and Pause and see, you know, the other guys if there is going to be any sort of thing like they did with VidCon. They, outside of the convention, they had a little meetup. So even if you don't have PAX tickets, you can, but you live in the area, you can stop by and say hello and whatever. That would be cool. I'll let you know more about that as we get there, and it might be like a day before thing, so check my Twitter. It's KurtJMac. Also check Good and Pause Unpauses. I think Good is Good LP, and then there's Pause Unpauses, I believe, on Twitter. It might be a kind of a last minute thing because we never know what to expect, and it's, you know, like I said, trying to keep it stress free, not trying to overplan things. We did consider getting a panel, but the deadline came and went rather quickly to submit for a panel, and there were other things we were waiting on, and I didn't. I don't think I was certainly one to take the reins on saying whether or not we set up a Mindcrack panel or something. But that obviously that didn't happen, and that's okay. I'm actually maybe a little bit relieved that we wouldn't have to worry about making a bunch of content or worry about live streaming the panel somewhere, you know, stuff like that. So I'm trying to take it easy and just kind of go with the flow and enjoy the experience, I suppose. So yeah, that's one of the... I got a question in the comments of the previous video from Emiliano. Kurt, are you filming anything at PAX? Not really planning on it. I don't have any sort of camera set up, obviously, or anything like that. I'll be bringing my phone and my point-and-shoot camera you know, if I happen to meet anybody that I want to get a picture with or see anything funny that I need to take a picture of, I'll use either of those, and maybe I'll shoot a quick video here or there, or that I can then splice together and upload later on or something like that. I never expect to be able to get videos or content up at a convention, just from what I hear, both on the convention floor, even if there is Wi-Fi, you're competing with 40, 50 other thousand people for that bandwidth, and then even back at the hotels, you're staying at the hotels with all the other attendees, and the hotel's bandwidth is even more shoddy. So it's shoddy, shorty. But I've been watching too much Saints Row with Double OG. So yeah, there's probably, like I said, I'm not going there as a media reporter, or I'm not trying to justify the money spent based on what I can get back from monetizing videos or anything like that. So not worrying about it. I'll try to just enjoy, and I'll come back with plenty of stories. I'm sure we'll have Farlands or Bust episodes for days, Buzz Lightyear says, for days. Or everywhere. What's the meme? Everywhere. Yes. PAX stories everywhere. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of going for. I mean, I guess I have the normal nerves that I get while traveling. You guys are well aware of this if you've stuck around with me at any time I've traveled. I always get a little bit worried about, flights. I don't care. I like flying. Give me the window seat. Love flying, but the logistics of flying, the security, the timing, the cancellations, the delays, things like that. I've got direct flights. I've sworn to myself after a few pretty unfortunate experiences that if available and within reasonable cost, I will gladly pay a little bit more to get a direct flight versus having connections of any sort. So direct flights, there and back, so there's no complications with that. But it's, just the logistics. When I get there eating, I've done my research. There seems to be a healthy selection of restaurants in the Seattle Business District that have gluten-free options, or at least gluten-free aware, and that I could probably trust. So that's fine. But that's always a little bit of a worry since going the gluten-free thing. I really haven't traveled that much since going gluten-free, so there's that. There's, what to wear, what should I pack? I know Seattle's the forecast is a little bit chillier. It's like 100 degrees Fahrenheit here today. Do your own conversions, you crazy non-Americans, but sorry, no, that's like, I don't know, what is that, 40 Celsius or something like that here in Chicago, but I know in Seattle it's gonna be low mid 70s. I think Friday there's like a 40% chance of rain, but the rest looks, it's still a little bit early for the forecast, but the rest looks pretty clear. So I don't know, should I bring like a rain thing? I don't know. I got my, speaking of the last episode, or the last couple episodes ago, I got my military grade man purse. It's the Bulgarian officer's map case. It's a good size. I like it. I've gotten mixed opinions. Some people say it looks fine. I have gotten that's a man purse look, but I'm just gonna go with it because it's just a lot more convenient than the full-on military engineer's bag that I have that is just too big for any of my needs, and it'll be something that I can carry. Got a couple things that I could potentially hand out to both fans and new. Oh god, get through. Yep, the little fjord. There we go, fjord. Fjord focus, things to hand out to you guys or the people I meet to say, hey, I'm this guy. Here's a business card to prove it, I guess. I don't know. It's my badge. But yeah, there's that. So yeah, that's figured out. I've got the man purse figured out. It's cool though. I like it. It's definitely worn. I thought it was like a reproduction or something like that, just based on the price, but they are rarely available, these Bulgarian ones, and this one is definitely older, probably 70s or so. It's a good shape, but it's a little bit worn. It's got little wear spots, a little bit dirt spots, and it smells like somebody's grandpa, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So it's very cool, very rustic, but simple and small. So I'm sure you will see it in pictures from PAX. Woo! Check this place out. Very nice. Whoop, excuse me. Woof! Wolfie likes it too. So yeah, my normal travel nerves, getting from point A to point B. I'm not renting a car or anything. That would be nuts in a city like Seattle. But I'm taking. I think there appears, I've been informed via the internet that there's a train system from the airport to pretty much the area where I'm staying, the convention area, really. And that should get me there just fine and dandy without issue, hopefully. Neat place. Very neat place. I like it a lot. Let's set up camp here, why don't we? Ooh. Sorry. Over-exaggerated reactions. Boop, and a boop, and a boop. Ooh. That's a different place to put the torch. Woof, yeah, let's do that. Got a lot to talk about here. I have, with all this good news, but with our very expensive trip coming up, got some bad news. Oh, it always rains and pours. Wait, is that the saying? Who knows? Let's go to sleep. And awakeness. Continue on this. So yeah, going to PAX. Look forward to that. I don't know, I'll probably have more things to talk about that running up to it. I think, oh, speaking of, I suppose I should speak of videos a little bit. I am leaving for PAX Thursday evening. So I'm thinking to try to keep with the 3 Farlands or Bustises a day. I think on Wednesday I'm gonna record a double feature. Oh gosh, I don't know about a 6-day long episode, but I'll try for a 6-day long recording rather, and then I'll split it and then schedule the next 6 days for Friday. So there won't be any obviously updated questions or donation updates for the Friday episode, but I want to get a Far Lines of Bust episode up on Friday. But I did also record, I'm pre-recording something else, something a little bit, I suppose, unexpected, just some content so that you guys will have something while I'm away. I normally don't do that. I normally just I'm going on vacation. Screw you guys, no videos for a week. But no, this time I'm actually planning ahead and getting some stuff up there. So no spoilers there. It'll be a little bit of a surprise, something you guys can enjoy over the weekend while I'm out. Yeah, that's the way that cookie crumbles. But I was about to say, some bad news came with the good news. Today I was out and about getting ready, picking up some little tiny baby bottles of, toiletries and stuff for traveling. And, my vehicle is it's a 9-year-old Chevy Cavalier I've had for a while. It's got over 80,000 miles on it. But it's very smart. It's an intelligent being. It knows when I've recently spent or am going to spend a bunch of money to go on a trip. Because at that point, it's like, well, since you're already a little bit pressed for cash, let's throw a wrench into my own body and see how that works. And sure enough, the whole thing just freaks out today while I'm out doing my errands. And it is exactly the same thing that happened for those of you who were around. This is why it's weird. Last November, before Minecon Paris, which was a pretty big matzo ball right in and of itself, my car chucks a wobbly, and I had to have a bunch of work done on it. I got the, I've already taken it in. Don't bother. Well, whatever. I'm sure you can do whatever you want. But with the, it's probably this, it's probably that. But took it in. Basically, the engine was shaking like a, I don't know what shakes very violently. A startled beluga whale? I don't know. Shaking, very labored, idle and the flashing check engine light. They ended up replacing a fuel injector that was clogged shut, and a whole slew of other things to the tune of $800 or so. And so yeah, it's been fine since then until today. Well, hey guy, same exact thing happens. Check engine light came on, and then at stoplights, it's shaking like a beluga whale. And so that was angering me, because it's the thing I need to get to the airport. I don't want to be driving down 55 and then have it like explode on me in the fast lane. That would be terrible. So I had an emergency take in just a few hours ago, and that might have been the noise on my phone. I should probably check that. But yeah, get that checked out. So I mean, I hope, you know, if it's the same thing, the same exact parts and things, obviously they're still under warranty, they tell me, but I don't know. It's very frustrating, and I know there could be worse things happening to me, I know, so I'm not first world problemsing here, but very, very annoying. You know, it's something, okay, well, maybe it's time for a new car, Kurt. Well, who's to say this new car isn't going to have the same sorts of problems every 6 months or so? Who knows? Who knows? So waiting to figure out about that. Hopefully everything is up and at 'em when Thursday rolls around and I have to get myself to the airport. But that really ruined my mood today, and that is why this video is coming out late, because I was out. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get my errands done. I had to follow up at the eye place like I had last week, and then pick up some things at the grocery store, and I'll be like, all right, I'll get home and record Far Lands of Bust and maybe get ahead with some other videos I can upload over the weekend, but nope. Today was not this day, so yeah, waiting for that. Crummy car, and I don't, you know, who knows? I know enough about cars, but I don't know enough to, like, I don't, you know, I don't have any, like, mechanic friends. You know, I take it to a dealership. I get looks from people when I say I do that. I'm like, well, you know, where else am I going to take it? Who, you know, you say a dealership, oh, they'll rip you off, blah, 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 blah. Well, who's to say the Merlin Man or Pep Boys or whoever else, Wolfie, excuse me, whoever else. Oh, I have an axe. What am I doing? This is like the first day of Minecraft. I'm punching wood with my fists. So who's to say? But you know, I've already had the work done some 6 months ago at this place, so I might as well take it back to the same place so they can do it under warranty if that's the problem. So anyway, a little frustrating. Sorry to bring the mood down. I didn't mean to do that. But we're figuring that out, and regardless, I will be at PAX. I mean, like I said, I've already spent the money for PAX, so it's no car disaster is going to. You know, the budget has already been spent, is basically what I'm saying. The car budget is coming from a separate source. No, not really, but you get my point. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. We got a few minutes left in this episode. Talking a lot about PAX, talking a lot about our jerk of a car, and let's go down with some donator questions from Domo. Any plans for another Let's Play with Goober? My nephew Goober, we did the Mindcrack episode together. That was very, very popular. You know, up there in the top 10 popular videos now on my channel, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't want it to seem. I don't want that to be my channel. First of all, cute kids playing Minecraft. You know, Goober still enjoys Minecraft and stuff like that, obviously, but he's back in school now. I'm not really babysitting him because of that anymore. And also, I could say he's become aware of himself, I guess. So, I don't know. I think a lot of that, the way that worked out, was just because he didn't know what was going on. It was his first time talking into the microphone. He really wasn't intentionally hamming it up. That was just him. But you know, as you could probably assume, he now is very excited that 100,000 people have watched his video, and people made. I showed him some of the fan art people drew of myself and Goober, in the 3D glasses and stuff like that. And at 6 years old, I'm not sure how much of that he actually understands, but yeah, I think that'll be his first taste of YouTube stardom and Let's Playing, and I'll leave it up to him as he grows up if that's something he wants to do again. But he's got other priorities. He's got the first grade to get through, and cooties, and you know, trying not to wet your pants during a test like his uncle did when he was in the first grade. Oh man, first grade. Whew, let's forget that. Repressed memories. Let's go. Oh, speaking of, I kind of mentioned this in PAX, about PAX, but Scruffy 545 with their donation. What's your take on next-gen consoles? I don't have any take because I will not be taking them. The last console I owned was a PlayStation 2, and I'm really not a console gamer anymore. It's fine if you are, whatever, but it's just not my cup of tea. I mean, there's some actual, I suppose, not personal, but just reservations I have about the whole closed system of a console and the consoles and these little made-up marketing wars that they have and the policies they set forth and blah, 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 blah. I prefer, you know, there's some very similar problems with PC gaming as well. I'm not saying PC gaming is the end-all be-all, but for all my videos and all of my gaming that I do at all with myself today, it's on the PC, and I don't pay no mention to the next-gen consoles. I don't think they're offering much of anything that I find worth it right now, so I don't know. Sure, I'll walk past the Sony and the Xbox booths at PAX, but I'm not really gonna go in and be like, ooh, what are you guys offering in your newest offering of console gaming? That is the first and last time I will be ever using that voice character from now on, so enjoy it while it lasted. But yeah, sorry I didn't get too many questions in this episode. Ooh, let's make a hidey hole in a. Oh, what's this splashy sound? Oh, I hear skeletons. This might be a terrible place. Wolfie, terrible place. Oh yeah, very terrible place. Let's just go over here a little bit and set up on this kind of beachside abode. Boop, there we go. All right, let's dig in. In, down, and out. And yeah, next episode for Wednesday, like I said, I'll record the same one for Friday on the same day, rather. And then we'll go from there, and I'll certainly be depending more on the questions for that. So I do appreciate that. You can get your questions in at farlandsorbust.com with your donation. There is a little comment. Leave a comment field when you leave a donation through the Child's Play charity widget. So that's where you can do that, and make sure you leave your name with that as well, because it doesn't automatically append that to your donation because of privacy reasons, or you can leave it anonymous, whatever you want to do. And you don't need, like I answered earlier from Emiliano, you don't have to donate to ask a question. I do often browse the comments and look for things on Twitter for questions sometimes too, but I give priority to the donators. That's the most I could say. So yeah, woo! We'll talk a little bit more about PAX, see if we have any more solid plans during the weekend or anything like that. Probably not. Like I said, follow me on Twitter. Also, the other people going, Brian Lorgon111, Good LP, and Pause on Pause also going. So that's kind of the group I will be associating with during the weekend. So wherever you think they might be, I might be as well. So just follow along there. And looking forward to it. Like I said, had some reservations and whatnot, but very much looking forward to it. First official gaming convention. I will certainly have, like I said, a lot more to talk about after the weekend when I have all my thoughts to share here in Far Lands or Busts. But until Wednesday, anyway, thank you so much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time.